So was Danielle Smith, the Albertan Premier, too nice to Justin Trudeau, do you think? Or do you think she was just being diplomatic? Let's have a listen to Danielle before she met Justin Trudeau at the Stampede and when she met him. And also near the end, let's listen to some Fuddle Duddle from Mr. Trudeau, because that's all it was, just Fuddle Duddle.
We need to come together, no matter how we have voted, to stand shoulder to shoulder against soon-to-be announced Ottawa policies that would significantly harm our provincial economy. Now, we have been made aware that in the coming weeks, Justin Trudeau is planning on bringing forward new restrictions on electricity generation from natural gas that will not only massively increase your power bills, but will also endanger the integrity and reliability of our entire power grid, which we rely on during our cold and dark Alberta winters. In addition, the Prime Minister is already ready to introduce a de facto production cap on our oil and gas sector that, if implemented, will result in tens of thousands of jobs lost, tens of billions in lost investment, damage our province's fiscal position, and bring economic hardship to Albertans.
Well, that's pretty tough talk and something worth fighting for. And when you think about it, the gas, what about carbon tax? Carbon tax on all that is going to cost Albertans a ton of money, plus everybody else in Canada.
Now, I've made myself clear on this matter to the Prime Minister in person and in public, but I feel we need to do it again.
Yep, you need to do it again. So now's your chance. Give it to him. Tell him what for. Let's have a listen.
Thanks, Sarah. We're having a great time. Calgary Stampede. I'm glad you're here. Nice to see you.
I was hoping for a slap on the face there. All right then, shake his hand. Yeah, go on then. But give it to him. Tell him what for. Give it to him.
Well, thank you all for being here today. I'd like to thank the Prime Minister for taking some time to chat with me before, I'm sure, a very busy Stampede schedule. I hope you enjoy it.
We're all busy at Stampede.
No kidding. But of course, we do have some serious things that we need to discuss. I had sent a letter to the Prime Minister saying that we'd like to bring our emissions reduction and energy development plan with the target of carbon neutrality by 2050 in alignment with some of the objectives of the federal government. And that will require us to have some conversations about three areas that I don't think we have agreement on yet, but I hope to. We would like to establish a working group so that we could talk about how we might be able to achieve a net zero power grid, but I've indicated to the Prime Minister that that is not possible by 2035, which is the federal target. We've been told that by our experts here. We also know that an emissions cap or emissions reduction, such as the one that's been proposed, of 42% by 2030 would also result in essentially a production cap, which we don't think is realistic or feasible as well. And we know that the government had negotiated Article 6 into the Paris Climate Accord, which should allow for us to get a credit here for reducing emissions abroad. And we would like to be able to work with our partner in British Columbia and the government in order to be able to reduce emissions and get credit here through LNG export.
So why are you not telling him that you just can't afford this carbon zero thing and all the jobs will be lost and all the other things that you said? You should be saying that to him while he's on TV, right in front of his face.
Stand shoulder to shoulder against soon-to-be announced Ottawa policies that would significantly harm our provincial economy.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
And of course, I've also given him a letter to take away on our request that Parliament be recalled so that we can put an end to the port strike in BC, which is causing extreme hardship to our producers and our exporters here.
Wow, it's lucky truckers aren't blocking the BC ports, isn't it? Or he'd be there in a flash with his frozen bank accounts and take your truck away and emergency acts and everything. But yeah, it's the union, so hold back a bit on that one for now. I don't like unions.
Great to see you again. Great to be here at Stampede. A great opportunity to celebrate this extraordinarily vibrant city and the best of Western pride and heritage and culture. It's really a great moment to be here, where the country descends on Calgary, and it's been a lot of fun already. I want to start by, of course, recognizing there's still thousands of people who've been evacuated from their homes across Alberta. The Premier and I have been working on responding over the past weeks and months to this wildfire situation, and we'll continue to be there as necessary, as first responders and firefighters from around the world are helping out here in communities. I'm glad to be sitting down to speak with the Premier about how we create great jobs and grow the Alberta economy, because that's of tremendous benefit, not just to people here in Alberta, not just to the country's economy as well, although it is significantly, but also in generating solutions for the world.
In Alberta. That's not what she's saying. She's saying that you're going to ruin Alberta.
Alberta has long been an extraordinarily innovative leader in providing energy to the continent and indeed the world, and the kinds of innovations, whether it's around hydrogen, whether it's around chemicals, whether it's around a range of things, solar, renewables, all sorts of really, really exciting things going on.
You didn't mention oil though, did you? You didn't mention oil. You said all the other buzzwords, but you didn't mention oil.
Here in Alberta that we're extremely supportive of and looking forward to working together. You've highlighted one of the great achievements that we're looking towards, which is this working group, where we will be able to sit down and really look at what our experts are saying, what your experts are saying, figure out the common ground, figure out the path forward that's going to make sure we're responding to the energy needs of a growing economy around the world, while at the same time making sure we get to that net zero by 2050 that we all agree on. There's lots of things to work through, but I can say there's been a really positive and constructive working relationship between our ministers and our folks from the very beginning, so we're looking forward to keeping up on that.
Yeah, I don't see her nodding her head on that one. I don't think you're working together like a real well-cogged team, do you? No. What do you guys think?
Now, we have been made aware that in the coming weeks, Justin Trudeau is planning on bringing forward new restrictions on electricity generation from natural gas that will not only massively increase your power bills, but will also endanger the integrity and reliability of our entire power grid, which we rely on during our cold and dark Alberta winters.
Yeah, that's what I thought she said.
And of course, we'll be talking briefly about the BC strike as well. I know how impactful it is on producers across the prairies, including here in Alberta. It will be, we believe fundamentally that the best deals are always found at the bargaining table, and we will keep putting a lot of pressure on all parties to find that solution that I know is out there. But I also know that pressure is mounting day by day, and people are really, really worried what could look like next week. And we are as well.
Yeah, but like we just said, it's not truckers, so it doesn't matter. It's unions, and you can't do nothing about that because they're left-leaning and they're your voters. Let's leave Danielle with the last word. Till next time, guys.
Let me be clear, this is not a road we can afford to go down. If he persists, he will be hurting Canadians from coast to coast, and he will strain the patience and goodwill of Albertans in an unprecedented fashion.